Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of Unplugged, the series in which we
talk about 5 different topics that we love.
The main topic of this week is Eye in the Sky. Did it suck?
Short answer, yes.
Long answer?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
It did suck.
I agree. Okay. I quite like the cinematography. It's quite well shot in some ways because they had drone shots and all sorts of other bits and pieces.
Alan Rickman, a great actor. I mean, for his I think this was his last movie before he died. His performance was excellent. The first major dislike of the film for me was it's way too emotional. For what it is, it's a mission in the army that you have to do it. You know, whether you like it or dislike it, you have to do it. It was way too emotional.
I'd actually agree. That was my first point as well. I think it was way too dramatical.
Yeah.
In places that it didn't need to be. I think in terms of because this whole film basically revolves around should they not release the Hellfire missile, and that will probably kill this young girl that's just selling bread on the corner.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I think in terms of the actual dramatical stuff, like they made all these pilots and stuff like that. I mean, in the real world, the pilots have to go through psychological screening. Yeah. So they, if you are that emotional and that you have that inability to sacrifice one life to save 80, you wouldn't be a pilot operating a remote control drone. The emotional focus could have been pulled away from the two pilots, and it could have actually been kind of placed onto the parents and the people living within this Al-Shabaab controlled area.
It's good to use emotion because, you gotta make a film at the end of the day. Yeah. But they should have shifted the emotion from someone that you shouldn't be emotional to something that you would be happy to see to get emotional. Because it's their kid, their lives that you should be worrying about and not what the pilots think. That's just one issue that we both thought was not very well made.
This whole film sort of kind of, as well as revolving on this kind of decision to make, to kill these terrorists or not, was the fact that no one within this kind of circle was ready to make a decision. So you had the Attorney General, you had what I believe was probably the Defence Minister. No one was looking to make a decision. They all wanted to pass it up and basically make sure that if something does go wrong, they weren't the ones to make the decision. And there was quite a funny bit in one of those where they contacted the Foreign Minister for the UK, and he was like, "Oh no, you need to confirm it with the US Secretary of State, I think." Yeah. Or one of those.
You just
positions.
kept referring to higher ups or something.
And they cut to the scene where the Secretary of State is playing ping pong or table tennis in China, and he gets this call. He's a bit pissed off because he's just been pulled away from his ping pong game, and they go, "Oh, we have one American citizen who's on the wanted list. Do we have permission to kill him?" And he just goes, "Well, yeah. Why are you calling me? You have presidential permit. You have presidential clearance to go ahead with this. Why are you even calling me?" That is better, and you can actually see the screen behind. We are still learning.
I think we're going to go for the same one this week, aren't we? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Season 3 finale, and...
was it Season 3?
It was.
Really?
Already? Yeah.
Already? Wow.
Yeah.
That is quite good.
The episodes are flying by. They're so fun.
Yeah.
So fun to watch.
They are. So we're going to talk about two things we liked, two things we disliked about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Season 3. And do you want to hit it off?
Yeah.
Two things you liked?
First thing that I really liked is further character development of Rosa.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons, you honestly don't know her at all, basically. This one, you could say you don't know her again, but she gives a lot more info this season. I love the little joke when she is, I think, in the interrogation room, talking about her life, and she's like, "So my neighbor thinks I am this and this, and then the people that I work with think I'm Rosa Diaz." Yeah. So I like that little bit.
Jake's
was
like,
it
what?
Yeah.
One thing I liked, close to what you were saying, character development, but I think also just the writing. The writing is clever. It's witty. It's quick. It's pretty sharp. You don't have an episode that you watch and you think like, "Oh, that was dull."
Yeah, you honestly don't.
Because you got these small, but like these really nice, quick, snappy jokes. And
the cop. Halt's friend.
Bob.
Bob?
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
All right. Bob.
Yeah, it was Bob, I think.
You'd think.
It was
Well,
Bob.
if it's not Bob, then we're so shit at detail. It's incredible. Second thing, coming back to the season finale, because it's the most recent episode I've seen, is the bit where Bob and Gina are being escorted by Captain Holt.
Yeah.
And they're dressed
out
in
of
the
the hospital,
the insane, the insane asylum, those clothes.
Yeah.
Where they, they can't do anything. And
shirt.
Bob is trying to say, I'm an FBI agent. Let me out. These guys don't have the authority to escort me to the security guy. Who's on a lockdown in the hospital.
Yeah.
And then Gina says, I'm a singer, and or what'd she say?
Britney Spears.
No. She actually says I'm a tennis player.
Oh
I'm a professional tennis player.
What's her name? Black woman.
Serena Williams?
Yeah. She said she's part of Serena Williams' team.
Yeah. So she's like, I need to go play in Wimbledon or something. Yeah. And the other guy says, I'm an actually FBI agent, and then she's like, no, really, I need to go and work on my serve or something like that.
Say Captain Holt. His character he's completely emotionless. His face shows no emotions, but there's bits where he's like, oh, this is really funny. When he just has like the same face. Oh, I'm really angry now. I'm upset. Or when him and Rosa would try emotions out.
Oh yeah.
When Rosa was breaking up with her boyfriend with Holt's nephew, I think. Yeah. And they were like trying out emotions and like, you need to look sad, Rosa. And she's like, oh, I'm really sad. And it's like, you're doing really good. You're doing really good. It's just.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.